Welcome to episode 150 of Gods and Heroes of Ancient Greece. My name is MyLinda Butterworth, and today we continue with the tales of Odysseus and the story of Telemachus Returns. That very morning, Telemachus and his companions landed on the coast of Ithaca. Following Athene's advice, he ordered them to row on to the city while he himself went ashore to visit the swineherd. He promised them in their pay and a merry feast on the following day. "But where shall I go, my son?" asked Theoclymenus. "Who will give me shelter in the city? Shall I go straight to your mother's palace?" "If things at home were as they should be," Telemachus replied, "I should urge you to go there without much ado. But as it is, the suitors would never admit you, and my mother keeps to her room. It would be wiser for you to go to the house of Eurymachus, son of Polybus of Ithaca, a man highly esteemed by his countrymen. Besides, Eurymachus is the most reasonable of my mother's suitors." While he was speaking, a hawk flew by on his right. In its talons was a dove, whose feathers it was plucking as it flew. When the soothsayer saw this, he took the young man aside and whispered to him, "If my knowledge of signs does not trick me, this is a happy omen for your house. Never will another line rule in Ithaca. It is you and yours who will govern this land forever." Bidding farewell to Theoclymenus, Telemachus commended him to the care of his best friend, Eumaeus, son of Odysseus, to whom he sent word to take the seer into his house until he, Telemachus, came to the city. Then he left the ship and went on his way by foot. In the meantime, Odysseus and the swineherd were preparing the morning meal. While the helpers drove the herd to pasture, they had just begun to eat when they heard steps, and the dogs jumped up. They did not snarl, but rather seemed to bark a joyful welcome. "A friend must be coming to see you," said Odysseus. "The dogs would not act this way towards strangers." Hardly had the last words left his lips when he saw his own dear son Telemachus standing on the threshold. The herdsman dropped his bowl in glad excitement. He ran to his young master. He embraced him and covered his head, his eyes, his hands with kisses, weeping with joy, as though he was seeing someone he loved who had escaped from death. An old father welcoming his late-born son when he comes home after 10 years in a foreign land could not have been happier. Telemachus did not enter the hut until Eumaeus had told him that nothing of importance had happened in the palace during his absence. Then he handed the swineherd his lance and went in. Odysseus wanted to give him his seat, but Telemachus waved him back with gentle words. "Stay where you are, stranger," he said. "Eumaeus will find a place for me." And the herdsman was, indeed, already heaping a pile of twigs and leaves and spreading over these a soft fleece. And now Telemachus sat down, and the swineherd served him with roast meat and bread, and mixed wine and water in a wooden bowl. While the three ate, Telemachus asked Eumaeus about the stranger, and the old man gave him a brief outline of the long tale Odysseus had invented about himself. "And now," he concluded, "he has fled from Theoclymenus' ship and taken shelter with me. Do with him as you please." "I am alarmed at the very idea," Telemachus replied. "How can I take this old man with me, old and weak as he is? It would be better for you to keep him here a while longer. I shall send him a tunic, a mantle, sandals, and a sword, and food enough so that you and your helpers need not share your stores with him. But he must not appear before the suitors, for they are so insolent that even a powerful man could not prevail against them." Odysseus expressed his amazement at the fact that the suitors dared defy the son of the house. "Can it be," he asked Telemachus, "that your people hate you? Or have you a quarrel with your brothers, or do you let these men oppress you of your own free will? If I were as young as you and the son of Odysseus, I should rather let myself be knocked senseless or die in my own house than passively watch such goings-on." Telemachus answered him quietly, "The people Do not hate me, and I have no brothers. I am an only son. But many men from the surrounding islands and from Ithaca itself are wooing my mother and regard me as an enemy. She has been evading them, but they stay, and soon I shall have nothing left to my name." Then he turned to the swineherd and said, "And now, do me the favor of going to the city and telling my mother that I have returned, but do not let the suitors hear you." "Would it not be better for me to go by way of your grandfather, Laertes?" Eumaeus asked. "They say that since you left for Pylos he has neither eaten nor drunk, and has not even gone out to watch over the work done in his fields. He just sits there, overcome with grief, and grows feebler every day. In spite of that, I cannot let you go the long way around," said Telemachus. "My mother must be the first to hear of my homecoming. She will send a servant to bring the news to my grandfather." And he urged the old man out of the hut. Eumaeus bound his sandals to his feet, took a lance in his hands, and hastened away. And here is where I end my tale for today. But I'll be back with more tales, many more tales. Until then, my friends, enjoy the journey.